see.
And you're 15. And you're 10. 10 away, right around this black car right here. 5, 4, 3, right here. Nice easy. Come on. Looking good. You're going to stop right there, baby. Good. Straight wheel straight, right?
4 tires and 2 rounds down on the track bar for Danica Patrick. They will give her 4 tires at each and every stop because Tony Eury Jr. thinks it's most important that she has the consistent car, so they won't gamble on their pit stops as she
go, go, go. Easy, easy, easy on that motor. Easy. You're good. Just go get all you get. Left after the deal. Left's on the yellow. Left's on the yellow. Left's on the yellow around turn 1.
She's used to hammering the throttle because they got rev limiters over in IndyCar.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you drop that jack and you rev that thing up. You can, a couple things. You can break some of the drivetrain parts, and you can also over rev the motor. Even though they do have rev limiters also, you still have to be careful with it.
Yeah, but these things are so hard. They have such a high gear in them, and they're hard to get going out of that spot. As we see a battle here now. This is all the guys right up front after these pit stops.
Joey Logano, Greg Biffle, followed by Carl Edwards. You've also, well, pick your favorite driver because they're there. There's Smoke, the 88 of Dale Jr., the 33 of Harvick, and the 18 of Kyle Busch. Also want to pass along another penalty. Jeff Green in the 05, a pass-through penalty, non-compliant fueling. So that's going to hurt their day here at Daytona. On board with Tony. He's about to get a little nudge. Maybe.
Yeah, they're feeling a little more racy now with these new tires on.
Yeah, everybody feels like Superman for a few laps there. You get that, especially after you've run almost 50 laps with those tires before. Of course, a lot of these guys are like Superman.
How about Biffle? He's gained 24 spots now.
And as you look at this group, we got to point out, don't forget, Tony Raines, Joe Nemechek, Eric McClure, Sauter, they have not pitted yet. And there is Tony. They still got to come in. Remember, they came in earlier. Raines pitted on lap number 10, so he can go a little bit further.
Yeah, just hoping that they may get a break with a caution or something that would keep them in good shape.
Yeah, because if they do pit under the green, they're going to go back a lap down almost for sure. That's Morgan Shepherd right in front of the 27. And Nemechek wants to lead a lap, 5 bonus points and a little camera time.
Might as well take advantage of it. Don't stay out here. Let's do something with it.
Well, as he comes into the turn 3 area, if he holds on, he will lead the lap here. And that would give us our 4th different leader. The man who's led the most has been Kevin Harvick. He's had 37 of them. But we've got a lot more racing still to come here at Daytona.
Fluid right rear spun out.
We have come back from a commercial break because Mike Wallace in the 01 has spun it here at Daytona and has brought out our 3rd caution.
Yeah, one thing that's done now, we had a few cars that had not pitted yet, so we're kind of in the middle of a cycle. Danica Patrick found herself a lap down, but she should get the lucky dog free pass right here because she's the first car lap down.
Well, and the 3 guys this really benefits also is Nemechek, Raines, and Sauter. Well, he just lost it.
Yeah, it didn't look like no contact or anything, just kind of went around.
Could a tire have possibly gone down?
Wow, it ran pretty quick.
Yeah, really turned around going into the corner.
Well, he did manage to keep it off the wall, but whoa, started to slide back up the hill. Well, and you mentioned it, Danica Patrick gets the Aaron's lucky dog. So the race gods are smiling on her early as she'll get back on the lead lap here at Daytona as we are working lap number 52 of 120.
Yeah, that's a big break for her, but they really need to go to work now and try to get her further up in this line, and she needs to probably be a little more aggressive.
At the end of the run, I felt like the balance came back to me. It was like it started off okay, and then it went to oversteer for a while, and then it went and balanced out at the end. So I could keep my foot in the throttle more than everyone else, it looked like, because, I mean, I thought I kept a pretty decent gap once I got by.
Yeah, you did good. You just gotta really work on trying to get in there. I know if the car ain't right, you can't do it, but you just gotta really try to hustle that thing to where you can keep that gap. You got a car length in between that car. When you go into the corner, you want to keep it. That's what your main goal is, and that way both cars run faster.
Yeah, it's almost like I get up behind them and I get like the arrow push and then it catches the oversteer or something. because it's really just on the edge when I'm right behind people. If I just, you know, drop back a car length or two and go a little bit lower than them, I mean, it just feels 10 times better.
Yeah, but she, like I said, you could hear Tony Jr. telling her she needs to be a little more aggressive to try to stay up with the cars in front of her and try to stay with faster cars. This car's going to drive like she's talking about no matter where she's running, who she's running with. But if she's running up a little farther up, she will, you know, at least not lose the draft.
And this is the feeling she's got to get comfortable with, and she's not right now.
Yeah, she has to, and she's talking about when she gets down underneath those cars that it feels better there, but you have to stay in that slipstream to really utilize the draft, and that's what she's going to have to really work on.
Well, you can see Nemechek, Rains, and Sauter, they're going to finally make their pit stops, as also Tony Stewart's going to come in. But you saw that it looked like the 18 stayed out of Kyle Busch.
Yeah, he did stay on the track, but now remember, he made his pit stop a lot later than some of the other cars.
There's smoke on the right side of your screen. A lot of damage on that 34 of Tony Rains. He came in second place. Joe Nemechek, Johnny Sauter. Bet you never thought we'd have that in a triple box, but there's your three leaders that came in. So let's give them their due.
And see Carl Edwards coming off pit road just ahead of Tony Stewart.
Here comes Nemechek out as well. 38 of Casey Kane. There's Tony Rains as he comes off. Kevin Harvick. How about the Nationwide Insurance race off pit road? And Dale Earnhardt Jr. picked up 4 spots. Carl Edwards picked up 6 from coming in.
How about Legacy? Gains 10 spots there.
2 tires, as you can see, for Carl Edwards and none for Junior and Tony Stewart. So Greg Biffle right now is shown as your race leader with Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski with Paul Menard, who started dead last in the field, now 4th. Back here at Daytona International Raceway, just past the bottom of the hour. It is the season opener for the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Glad that you're with us. We have had 5 different leaders with 5 lead changes. We've had 3 cautions for a total now of 11 laps, soon to be 12. Our leader is Greg Biffle right now, as he's a few cars back. They're getting the wave around right there. He is in the 27 car. And Danica Patrick has moved into the 27th position. She got the Aaron's lucky dog. And let's take it back during the commercial break. We told you about how pit stops could be crucial. Let's show you what happened.
Whoa. All right, you can go ahead, be easy on the motor. Switch.
Had that been green flag, that would have been a disaster.
Yeah, that would have cost her dearly there. And you got to be careful with the clutch and all the running gear right there. Like Dale said, these cars are geared real high, and it's difficult to get out of that pit stall.
Yeah, and that's a natural thing that's going to happen after they tell you not to over-rev the motor. You're going to stall it out. That's not, you know, that's partly being a rookie, but you see other guys. Carl Edwards did it a while ago, too.
2 waiver rounds to tell you about. 62 of Brendan Gaughan and Stanton Barrett in the 31. We've got 31 total cars on the lead lap right now. 4 cars are out of the race. Bliss, Bain, Teague, and Chrissy Wallace. Men's college basketball action continues on ESPN Saturday primetime, and SEC Showdown. Number 12 Tennessee visits Rupp Arena to battle number 2 Kentucky. Saturday primetime presented by DirecTV. It's all part of Rivalry Week, presented by Cisco on ESPN at 9 Eastern. Coverage begins with College Game Day, driven by State Farm at 8 Eastern. For more, just log on to ESPN.com. Let's check in with Dr. Jerry Punch.
Guys, remember we told you Kevin Harvick had made a major investment in the offseason with a new pit crew to see how they would do. Here's what he had to say about their first stop of the year.
If we lose this race because of a pit stop, I'm going to have a freaking heart attack. Yeah, 10-4. Hopefully they got that bad one out of the way. We'll hopefully get her done from here on out. Stop coaches, new shoes, higher salaries, slower pit stops. Doesn't add up. I think you guys are getting tired. Everybody laughing on you at you on pit road.
Obviously, Kevin, not a happy camper right now. As we go back to green flag racing, it's Biffle, Kyle Busch, Menard, Keselowski, Riggs. That's your top 5. Harvick is all the way back to 13th. That's why he's mad.
He was one of the cars there that took on 4 tires, a little different strategy than what some of these other ones did that had just been in not too many laps ago.
Keep an eye on that 6th place car, Scott Riggs. Remember, this is an unsponsored race machine right now. We talk about opportunities to bring on a sponsor. You do real well in this race. It has a tendency to get people's attention.
Well, that's certainly why they're here, hoping that they can have some good things to happen where they can get some dollars to fund this team and continue to race.